I'm Davy. I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I review wrestling-related things all from the perspective of a fan, not an insider. And this past week, we had the official return of TNA, with TNA Hard to Kill live from Las Vegas. Let's get into it. The opening match, a Knockouts Ultimate X match, where the winner would be the official number one contender for the TNA Knockouts Championship. The contestants, Tasha Steelz, Giselle Shaw, Alicia Edwards, Jody Threat, Danny Luna, and the debuting Xia Brookside. It was good, but for an Ultimate X, like the signature match of TNA, wasn't anything special. I know some people are giving them credit because they're women, but no. At this point, women's wrestling, it's on par with men's wrestling, so for an Ultimate X, it needs to be brought. But like I said, it was still okay, just nothing special. And towards the end, Luna, Steelz, and Giselle Shaw were all three on one of the ropes, crawling towards that big X, when Danny Luna fell off, followed by Tasha Steelz, leaving it for Giselle Shaw to grab the X, win, and now she is the number one contender for the TNA Knockouts Championship. I wasn't happy about who won. I have yet to be impressed at all by Giselle Shaw. Even when she's in there with some of the best female wrestlers ever, it seems like she can't do better than just okay. But we'll see. Who knows? Time goes on, people improve. We'll see how it goes in the future. As far as this match goes, I'd say it easily got its 3 out of 5. Yeah! Then a grudge match of Dirty Dongo versus PCO. Honestly, this match was not very good. Only a couple minutes into it, the original match ended as Alpha Bravo came in and got Dirty Dongo disqualified, beating on PCO. So then Rhino came out to clear the ring and help PCO, and then the Director of Authority, Santino Morello, came out to announce that this was now a 6-man tag with Jake something. So I was like, okay, maybe this will pick up, but not really. Just a couple minutes, went back and forth, until PCO got his moonsault onto Alpha Bravo, got the pin, and won it for his team. But like I said, it was very, very lackluster in my opinion. Honestly, I was just kind of glad when the match was over. I would give it a 2 out of 5. Yeah. Then an unscheduled match, as out of nowhere, out came the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, MK Ultra. Just came out, didn't say anything, didn't actually issue a challenge, just came out. And even though the commentary team was saying that this was unscheduled, this was unexpected, it seemed like the ring announcer and everybody else was in the clear. But they decided to put their new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships, which look awful, up against the returning Decay of Jessica Havoc and Rosemary. No longer doing their bubbly, friendly alter egos, which, thank you. And it was a decent tag team match. It always is when these two teams get involved. And it ended when Jessica Havoc got the pin over Killer Kelly, making Decay the new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions. This one, though, the match itself was good, but what was really exciting was, again, the return of Decay. Because with those little party animal alter egos, I hated that. I like them better as Rosemary and Jessica Havoc. I like Decay. And I'm happy that they're back and that they're the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. 3 out of 5. Then a triple threat for the X Division Championship, with the new X Division Championship title that I'm not a fan of. I'd say I like it better than the one it replaced, but still not a big fan of it. But in this, to celebrate a partnership between TNA and AAA, the AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo versus Kushida versus Champion Chris Sabin. It was good, but it's what the X Division Championship has been known for, being a spot fest. There was no rivalry between any of these three. None of them. El Hijo del Vikingo, he's just in there promoting AAA like he always does. Kushida, him and Chris Sabin are still friends. So basically it was just three guys who were very good at doing high spots, doing a spot fest. Which I will say, of course they did some really good spots. The one that finally made a difference was when Chris Sabin did a Canadian Destroyer to El Hijo del Vikingo on the ramp outside, incapacitating him long enough to go inside, get the cradle shock onto Kushida, and the pin, retaining his TNA X Division Championship. Like I said, it was really good. It was entertaining, but I'm not big on the spot fests. I like a little drama. 3 out of 5. Yeah! Then another thing TNA has been known for, to just put on a dream match just cause. The biggest free agent at the moment in wrestling, Alex Hammerstone, versus Josh Alexander. As we know, Alex Hammerstone, his contract with MLW is up, And TNA, AEW, WWE, all bidding for him. Probably even New Japan as well. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's a remarkable talent. And of course, since TNA has a match with him, they put him up against their poster boy, Josh Alexander. And it was a really good match. The two of them going back and forth, brutal. We didn't know who was going to win. We didn't know, is it going to be the hot free agent that obviously TNA wants? Or is it going to be their poster boy? A lot of people were arguing about this. Like, of course it's going to be the poster boy. But not necessarily. He does the job for a lot of people to help out TNA. But still, it was just a perfect mix of Hammerstone's power moves versus Josh Alexander's technical prowess. But it did end when Josh Alexander got the C4 spike onto Alex Hammerstone, got the pin, and the win. Like I said, it was a good match, but it really meant nothing. Just a good match. But it was still entertaining enough to where I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Yeah! And then a 4-way for the TNA Tag Team Championships, as the Rascals finally get their rematch with Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey, who is substituting for Trent Seven, the debuting Grizzled Young Veterans versus the champions, Ace and Bay Club. It was good. Chaotic, but good. Obviously, the one team we knew was not going to win was Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey. Not only are they a hodgepodge tag team, but Mike Bailey wasn't even supposed to be in the match. Supposed to be Trent Seven, but due to travel issues, he couldn't get there. They had to get a substitute. But were they going to give it to the former tag team champions, the Rascals? Was it going to stay on the current champions? Was it going to go to the brand new hot tag team they got, the Grizzled Young Veterans? Fresh out of NXT, I honestly imagine they'd be a very good fit for TNA, even with those new terrible-looking tag team championships. And that's honestly one thing I like about it, is when we can't necessarily predict who's going to win. And it came down to Chris Bay getting the Art of Finesse, followed immediately by Ace Austin getting the fold, the combo they like to do, on to Trey Miguel getting the pin and retaining their TNA Tag Team Championships. Honestly, really good match, plenty of drama in the middle. Definitely give it a 4 out of 5. And then before the next match, they decided to pan over and show Ash of Elegance, who is formerly known as Dana Brooke from WWE. And I don't know why they were making such a big deal out of this. I get she's from WWE, but let's face it, she really didn't do much there. She was just there. I know some people are going to be like, well, she was a former 24/7 champion. Who wasn't? But, okay, she's in TNA. Good for her. Now we get into the TNA Knockouts Championship, as Jordynne Grace cashing in her Call Your Shot Gauntlet Championship match against Champion Trinity, coming out with that new TNA Knockouts Championship. Which, I will say, this one I really do like. I like that title. It looks nice. I'll definitely say it's better than the one it replaced. Honestly, I'll go ahead and say, in my opinion, this is the best Knockouts Championship they've had. And this match was a great match. Of course, Grace had the power, but Trinity was constantly able to overcome that. Almost. That story being told was great. The constant struggle of Trinity trying to overcome Jordynne Grace's power, which would not be easy for any woman. At one point, Trinity got the Starstruck. Jordynne Grace powered out of it. She got the rear view. Jordynne Grace kicked out of it. Finally, at one point, Trinity got the Starstruck locked in really good, really tight. Grace was still able to power out of it, get the Juggernaut driver, get the pin, and become the new TNA Knockouts champion. This match was really good. The story it was telling was very compelling. Easily, it would get a 4 out of 5. Then the main event for the TNA World Championship. Again, the new title. I really like this one. I would say it is better than the one it replaced, which I did also like. I won't say it's the best looking TNA Championship they've ever had, by far, but it's nice looking. In this match, Moose cashing in his Feast or Fire Championship match against champion Alex Shelley, who they kept making a big deal out of is the third longest reigning champion of all time. But I will say that kind of throws you, because it's like, okay, are they mentioning that because he's going to go on become the longest reigning of all time, or are they telling you that because he's about to lose it? We didn't know. And this match was great. It was an on-the-edge-of-your-seat match, not looking away, because so much was going on, it could end at any minute. And even when it did end, it was just like that. Alex Shelley throws Moose into the ropes, who recovers and gets his spinning spear thing onto Alex Shelley, gets the pin, and becomes the new TNA champion. Which honestly I like, because he is like the biggest heel in the company. I like Moose as champion. I'm happy that he's got the TNA championship. And to add some more excitement to this, as Moose is celebrating his TNA Championship win, we get the debut of Nick Nemeth, formerly Dolph Ziggler. Came out, super kicked Moose, and then hit him with the... I don't know what he's going to call this move now, but the zigzag. And then went out and celebrated with the audience. Obviously, he was a hot free agent once he was let go with WWE, which some people were complaining about. Honestly, I was happy with it because for years he'd been floundering in WWE, doing nothing. I honestly thought he would end up in AEW, maybe in New Japan, but TNA might be a good fit for him, especially with their whole rebranding and they're stepping things up. He may be able to be a big fixture in TNA. We'll see as time goes on. This match, 5 out of 5. Yeah! So TNA Hard to Kill overall was a pretty good show. I wouldn't say it was great. I wouldn't say it was fantastic. I honestly can't think of any TNA show like that, but it was really good. It has been hyped up. I've been seeing a lot of people going on and on about how great it was. I'm going to say it, I think a lot of you are just very excited about it being in TNA again. Like most of you, I was not crazy about them switching from TNA to Impact Wrestling, and I like that they've switched back. I like the whole rebranding. I like the new logo, the new ring design. As far as the updated championships, I like half of them. I don't like either the new Tag Team Championships or the X Division Championship. The Digital Media Championship, definitely a step up from the one before. The Knockouts Championship, honestly, I will say this design is the best one they've ever had. The World Championship, it's better than the last one, but I would not say it's the best at all. I would say the GFW and the other two TNA championships, way better than this one, but still good. However, the product, as they're talking about stepping it up, seems to be very much the same. They had a couple of who cares matches on them. Like, I get there's a story going on between PCO and Dirty Dongo, but we really don't care. And the singles turned into a 6-man tag, very lackluster. The Alex Hammerstone versus Josh Alexander match, it was nice, it was good, but it was one of those that we weren't really invested in. It was just announced as like, hey, we're going to put on a cool match for you guys. TNA does that too much. And again, the X Division Championship, again, it's exactly what they did. We're going to take a couple of cool competitors, put them in a match, just to give you guys a treat. They're still not really doing a whole lot of rivalry when it comes to the X Division. And that's what gets us invested in it, is the rivalry of, you have that and I want that. And then the heel, the baby face, good guy, bad guy. Bad guy, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get that. Baby face, I'm going to do whatever it takes within the rules to keep it. But they constantly just go like, hey, this guy does a lot of spots, our champion does a lot of spots, let's have a match with them. It's not as interesting in my opinion. The Tag Team Championship match was a really good 4-way match, great way to introduce the Grizzled Young Veterans. However, I kind of feel like they could have just left the PCO Dirty Dongo match off the card, had the Grizzled Young Veterans make their debut, and give us the rematch between the Rascals and ABC that we've been waiting for, the one-on-one rematch. No complaints about the last two matches at all. Ultimately, like I said, it was really good. I would definitely say best TNA/Impact pay-per-view I've seen in quite a while. Not to mention, with the Grizzled Young Veterans coming along, that's cool. Ash of Elegance, I really don't care. Maybe she can make an impact, no pun intended, in TNA, because she did not in WWE. Sorry. Nick Nemeth definitely could be a big fixture in TNA. That's exciting. We'll see how that goes. Overall, I would give TNA Hard to Kill a 4 out of 5. Yee! So there you have it. That's my wrestling review this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post videos, and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of TNA Hard to Kill. And tell me if you're excited about it officially being TNA again. Love you guys.